What's up, guys? Your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about the best farming team to use to farm like your everyday events or whatever the case may be. Now, I know like earlier in the game, I told people not to worry about a farming team. You don't need one. And the reason why I said that is because you want to focus on your main team, right? You want to max out your main team first. So if we look at my main team, they don't have any gear on them right now, so that's why it's their stuff. Well, I mean the supports do, but anyways. As far as my main team, right? This is my main team. They're all 75. They're all 6-star. They're all maxed out. I cannot do anything else for them, right? Now you can start working on your farming team and your other teams, etc. Because it's like, if you don't have your farming team or if you don't have your demon raid teams, like having a farming team doesn't matter. You want to have your main teams done first, right? But now that we've got the main teams out of the way, right? It's been 2 months. You guys should have, I gave you ample time. You should have, your main team pretty much done. You should have your demon raid teams done. Now we can get into maxing out your, basically your farming team. So, as far as farming teams go, we're going to be talking about a lot of different units. Or a couple of different units and stuff like that. We'll get into it. But before we get into that, if you guys want to check me out over on Twitch, link is in the description, DSGaming GC. I'd greatly appreciate it. I stream every single day. The streams are just insane. They are fun. I'm telling you, like, I know you see this title, bro. If you're not watching, like, at this point, if you're not watching my stream, what are you doing? Like, I'm telling you, like, if you're not watching the stream, the only excuse you got is if your time schedule is completely opposite of mine. So when I'm streaming, it's like 3 a.m. Like, I can't fault you for that, whatever. But the rest of y'all, we on quarantine. We should be on quarantine. Y'all ain't got nothing to do, all right? Y'all better show up. But anyways, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to talk about farming team, right? The best farming team in the game is this team right here. Hauser, Gila, SR Green Liz, Reinhardt, right? And I'm going to be talking about why they are the best team and what they do, etc. and everything like that. So, this is the best farming team in the game. Obviously, you don't have to use these specific units. There are other units you can use, and I'm going to talk about that and everything like that, so don't worry. But this is the best farming team in the game. So, going over Hauser, right? Hauser, I mean, is the best farmer in the game, and we should all know this, right? His first skill, 100, 150, 200%, which they're all AoE, and they apply Pierce, which is triple Pierce rate, right? So, very, very good. His Pierce rate is getting tripled, so 60%. His second card applies Sever, which is double crit chance. 100, 150, 250. So he's going to be critting on this one quite a bit because his crit chance is 40%. So it's going to 80 on that card. Really, really nice. Doesn't really matter as much, but his ultimate's AoE as well. So there is that. And then on top of that, if you look at his passive, attack HP defense percent for humans going up by 8%. So base stats, attack HP defense going up by 8% for humans, which Hauser is a human. Very, very good. Next up, talking about Blue Gila. We thought that she wasn't that good for farming, but once you dive into what she does, she actually is really good. Her first skill is an AoE Ignite. 80%, 120, 200, but she applies Ignite. If you guys don't know what Ignite does, Ignite basically adds 10% increased damage when you damage an enemy, right? They take 10% increased damage, which is very, very good. So you link this AoE Ignite, so it's hitting everybody, along with like Hauser's AoE attacks. You're going to be doing that much more damage. The point of a farming team is to basically one-shot or two-tap the stages. Any stages you do, you want to one-shot or two-tap them. So that's literally, excuse me. That's literally what this is. Now, her second skill is going to be remove debuffs, which is going to be pretty good for if somebody attack seals you or attack weakens, etc. At rank 2 it heals, at rank 3 it heals as well. Which you're rarely going to be using this at all, right? And I know people, it's going to be auto, but I'm going to tell you a trick to make sure that you're doing all of your attacks over like some of these other skills like rank ups or healing, etc. Then her ultimate is AoE as well, which applies Ignite as well. So very, very good. And she's an SR, so she's really easy to max out. Very good unit. Moving on to Green Liz, right? Green Elizabeth. Her first card Is single target, which is whatever. It's fine that it's single target. It doesn't have to be maxed out. Decreases defense-related stats, which is going to be very, very good, right? Because, you know, the less defense-related stats, the more damage you'll do. But her second card is AoE 100, 150, 250, and it applies Pierce as well, which is going to be triple Pierce rate. Her Pierce rate's 30, so that becomes 90%. Very, very good. That's more than Escanor base, right? So very, very good right there. Then her ultimate is only single target, but it's easy to max because she's an SR. And like I said, she is an SR, so she's easy to max. Her passive increases HP-related stats by 10% in all battles except PvP and Deathmatch. So, not only is all of your units going to be doing a lot of damage and stuff like that, now everybody's getting lifesteal because this is lifesteal as well as recovery, regeneration, and HP. So you're getting more HP, you're getting lifesteal, so now your team has some sustainability on top of all the damage they're going to be dishing out. That's really, really good. All right, now moving on to the last unit in the team, Reinhardt. Reinhardt has double AoE on his cards as well. 120, 120, 180, right? Now, he doesn't have Pierce or anything. And then his other cards, 120, 120, 180 as well. His ultimate is one single target, but it applies Pierce. That's cool, whatever. But the main reason why you have Reinhardt is his passive. Increases all allies' Pierce rate by 8% at the end of every turn. Stacks up to 5 times, which that period is amazing. Now, this works in the 4th slot. So, whenever you look at this team, you can run the team just like this, right? I already have gear on them. Obviously, I need to get her 75 if I want to optimize, you know, max out my farming team as well. But, like, for Reinhardt, you don't even have to max him out. You can keep him as an SR or an SSR or whatever you want. Just get his passive and you're chilling, right? So, he's 1-6 on his ult. She's 6-6. She's 6-6, and he's like 2 or 3-6. But yeah, this is the team that you want to be running. Now, if you go to your settings, right? Go to game settings. You can do this in game too. Scroll down. Make your AI settings offensive, and that's going to guarantee you're using your attack cards over any other cards in the game. Right now, if you guys don't know, free stages are half stamina right now, so you want to be grinding free stages, right? This is a very good team to run for free stages, along with anything else. So we're going to go ahead and look at the farm team, do what farm team does, right? So let's go ahead and do this. Now, like I said, before we start, right? If you click here, go to game settings, scroll down, it'll be right there. AI settings, you want to put it offensive. Now, let's go ahead and look. It should be Gila. Okay, it's not going to be Gila. It's going to be just, okay, single target, one shot. She almost one shots. And then Hauser comes through. So basically how you want to do it, you want, like, optimal is literally 1 turn or 2 turns on everything. That's what you, like, that's best case scenario, right? Okay, so Gila Ignite and the Hauser AoE into Elizabeth AoE. But I mean, Hauser just one shots. So yeah, like this farming team is super good, man. Super good, super good, super good. Can we look at Reinhardt's passive? I know he's in the 4 right now, but I want to see if I can. If we can, it'll show you. Okay, we can't because he's not out. All right, but if we were, I wanted to show you that his passive is stacking. So, if you look at the character, like, let's look at her Pierce rate, right? Her Pierce rate is going up, as you can see, right? Her base Pierce rate, as I'll show you after, is not 36%. But the reason why it's going up is because of Reinhardt in the back. Let's go ahead and do that. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, boom. And literally, just like that, you did it. And you're going to almost one-shot every single stage. And this is, by the way, this is the hardest difficulty, right? This is not easy or normal. This is hard. So, like, on the hardest difficulty, you are basically one-shotting every single stage. Let's go look at Gila real quick. So, look. At Gila, her Pierce rate is 20%. In the match, it was 36%. So, you can clearly tell that Reinhardt's passive is stacking. Another thing that, you know, people do whenever it comes to these things, not that. Go here. boss battles. A lot of people, you know, want to know if this can beat boss battles. And to answer your question, yes, the team can. It does perfectly fine against boss battles. What I'll do is I'll do this boss battle, and then I can even do the last one if you guys want. Well, I mean, it's self-explanatory that you can beat the last one on top of it. I know a lot of people struggle with the last one. That's why I was going to say I'll do the last one, but I feel like it's not needed. You guys get the gist of it. You guys understand. But yeah, even right here, you're not going to one-shot these stages, but you're going to do way more damage with this team than you would like otherwise. Right? And since they're all AoE, you're going to be getting a lot of the damage dealt. And see, like on this stage specifically, Guild Thunder taunts, but it doesn't matter because you're doing all AoE attacks. Was it Gila? Is Gila? Yep, Gila into boom, boom. Okay. So yeah, then into Hauser. And that cleanse was for nothing, but I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, so like this is what all the best players are using to farm faster, right? Instead of you, like once you have maxed out your main team, once you've done all of that, you can build your farming team and then you can start farming. Like I said, I'm going to get SR Liz to 75 eventually. I don't know when, but I will eventually get him to 75, and when that happens, that'll happen. But yeah, so like I said, this is the best farming team. Now, I know a lot of you guys may not have all these. Well, there's like Hauser's the only SSR on this team, and Hauser's on every banner, and Hauser is in the coin shop. So I mean, like everyone should have Hauser, but if you don't, there are other units you can use. I mean, you could use Nunchuck AoE Green Bond, Coin Shop Bond. He's a good substitute for somebody on the team. You can use Blue Arthur, who has an AoE. He's a good unit. Generally, it's anybody with an AoE is the best case scenario. But like I said, this is the best team. So this is the pinnacle. This is the optimal. This is the best. So, I mean, anything after that is fine as well. But like I said, you want to mainly be using this team if you can. So, anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.